in-house SEO, I want to start with a quote from Tony Hsieh, CEO of Zappos. He did a keynote presentation at PubCon in November. He spent a lot of time talking about team building. And at his previous company, he didn't want to go to work. And now at Zappos.com, he built a team. Sorry. All right. He built a team that was focused on company success, corporate culture, and making sure that everybody fit. And this is kind of paraphrasing what he said, but he said that if he was interviewing 2 candidates, and one was just this super rock star that had every credential he'd ever want, but didn't really fit the corporate culture, and somebody else that he just felt would be the perfect fit, he would choose the latter. And we'll come back to that at the end of the presentation because it's pretty important. So let's talk about the options. So the first option is if you're going to build an in-house team, do you want a one-person, one-man show, or do you want a team? If you want a one-man show, depending on how big your website is or how many sites you're going to manage, this is typically for the smaller site. The required skills here, you want somebody who does have experience in the industry. You want somebody with some SEO experience, some pay-per-click experience. If they're going to be responsible for other marketing initiatives, maybe some email experience, some banner advertising, some rich media. These are all very helpful things, but you want to make sure, and this bodes very well with Avinash's keynote this morning, they know analytics. Because we want to make sure that they can report on what they're doing, they know how to analyze data, and then a very important skill is communication. Because we want to make sure they can communicate all of the results up through the team. Now bonus skills, if they can have it, when you're doing this kind of when you're going through the interview process, any kind of design work is excellent. Again, the email or rich media experience is very good. Now option 2, if you're going to build a team, we want to start at the top, and we want to start with somebody that's a project manager or project leader. This is more important than hiring the SEO expert. And the reason why I say this is if you hire the SEO expert, when you're working on a site, there's 3 main areas. We've got architecture, content, and link building. Well, the architecture pretty much you do once. Once your architecture is built, you don't have to worry about it. Set it and forget it. However, the content link building you need to keep going. So the person who's going to run this department really needs the project management skills before they need to be a rock star in SEO. Online marketing experience is obviously important here. Communication skills, again, extremely important. Reporting analytics, amazing. And bonus skills, I would say, if they've got the SEO pay-per-click experience, very good. But to me, this is more of a bonus skill than somebody who's going to run a department compared to the actual project management skills. Now, another team member would be the content writer. I love hiring this person because what I look for is a creative writer. I give somebody an assignment, here, write 2 paragraphs about this topic. If they can write 2 intelligent paragraphs about any topic, and even relating things that they can write for search, and with a little bit of training, they can write SEO copy very well. The link builder. This person has to be able to engage directories, social media sites, go out and find different ways to build links. They should be very analytical, very good at reporting, and very good at research, because research is a big part of link building. The pay-per-click manager. If you're going to do pay-per-click, this is a nice skill to have in-house. You have one person that's managing it. They need to be very good in Excel, again, analytics, definitely AdWords Editor, Yahoo desktop tool, the new Ad Center desktop tool. I mean, anything on the pay-per-click side, they should be familiar with, and this is just a nice person, again, full-time that can do it. Now, of all these positions, there's room to interchange a little bit, maybe give some other responsibilities such as social media and things like that. Maybe someone's in charge of Twitter. But this would be like the core team for me if I had the project manager and then 3 people under them. Let's talk about some recruiting resources. We know who we want, now how do we go get them? The local EMAs. There's actually a booth in the expo hall for the New York EMA. Great place to go network, meet some people. If you're in the New York area and you want to find some of these people, the EMAs are amazing. You may find EMAs in the local market. In South Florida, we have SFEMA, the South Florida Interactive Marketing Association. The DMAs, the American Marketing Association, SEMPO chapters, these are all great places. Check your LinkedIn network. Do some searches on keywords within your network. You may be surprised who you find. Craigslist is awesome. I mean, depending on your market, it could be free, it could be $20 to put out a listing. The results I get every time I put a job listing in Craigslist is just blows me away. I mean, hundreds of resumes, and of the hundreds of resumes, a lot of really good resumes. And then you can use professional recruiters. A friend of mine just got hired at Ackland. They focus on placing people in this industry. I spent some time yesterday talking with Onwood Search, again in the expo hall. If you guys are looking to recruit, they have basically a placement system. The education options. So once you have these people, you want to make sure that they're educated and you keep it going. These are just a few of the options. Bruce Clay. Bruce Clay's got an amazing tool set. He's got an amazing system that he's built for training. You fly out there. He's got different certification levels. Great program. University of San Francisco, which I'm a subject matter expert. We've got a couple 8-week courses on anything from advanced SEO, PPC, analytics, online marketing basics, you name it. Market Motive, again, great company. They've got a lot of the leaders in the industry together that are putting out classes you can take online. Full Sail University, which you may have seen advertised, they do an online marketing graduate degree or bachelor's degree. Sempo's got some great things, and the DMA is one of the first ones to actually do it with a search marketing certification. Now another option is in-house training, and you can hire consultants to actually just train the interns. And I'll take a quick bow to our moderator, Jessica Bowman, because she focuses on that, so you may want to talk to her if you can do in-house training. You want to train teams. The beauty of this is you train teams on the same strategy. So it's not like they're taking classes offline and they may or may not be getting different knowledge sets. If somebody comes in and trains a team, they're training that team and everybody gets the same message. Plus, while they're doing that training, they can learn or they can actually work on the main website. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. You're getting consulting on the website plus training the team. Continuing education, tons of online seminars, webinars. Conferences are great. You've got to promote SES. We're here. There's also PubCon, SMX. I mean, invest in sending your employees there. The new employee training is a big deal, and we definitely want to make sure that they're paying attention to the forums, the networks, they're on different newsletters. I mean, there's a lot of content that can give them steady streams of new information. This is a big one to me. SEO communication and team retention. Communication is key, and we really have to make sure that we promote marketing and technology department interaction. And this is where I've seen the most in-house SEO departments fail, is that somebody will hire this in-house SEO team, and they never work with integrating them with technology, and the technology fights them. And if the technology fights them, the SEO team is going to fail. So we've got to make sure that that communication is definitely happening. Another really good recommendation, you can use a program like Bugzilla, it's free, but track the SEO work. If you've got a team that's in there and they're making changes to the website, if they're changing a title tag on this page, or they're changing a link structure over here, let them log all of those changes so you can always go back and see who did what and what the changes actually were. It can be helpful for a post-mortem, whether it's a good post-mortem or a bad post-mortem. Retention. Vest your key employees. If these people, if this department is making you a lot of money, make sure they're well taken care of. Give them stock options, give them bonuses, make them feel appreciated. Because what happens is, again, from my experience, if people see that they're making these companies a lot of money and they don't feel they're being paid well, they're going to go start a consulting company and make a lot more money on their own. They don't have any reason to stay. But if you can find a way to vest them and keep them, they'll make you more money, they'll be happy, and it'll be a great long-term relationship. Invest in their online training, and here you may want to consider employment contracts. If you pay for somebody to go and take the University of San Francisco classes, or Market Motive's classes, or Bruce Clay's classes, I mean, not really indentured servitude, but definitely have them sign a contract that you're going to cover the expense, but they're guaranteed to stay with you another 6 months, a year, 2 years. It's a really nice, win-win. And if your employees are happy, coaching is not an issue. And I can't tell you how frequently I hear people are scared to send their employees to a conference like this because they're worried somebody else is going to try to poach them. Make them happy. If they're happy, they're not going to go anywhere. So we'll wrap up some takeaways. Choose a department path. You want one person? It's going to be an SEO rock star, somebody you're going to put all your eggs in one basket, or you want to build a team? If you're building that team, how many people are in the team? My recommendation on just a core team is that top-level person, a link builder, a content writer, and possibly a pay-per-click person. Invest in education. There's a lot of options now. We have distance learning, we have online, we have formal classes, and we have on-site training. Communication. This is the big deal. I made it in red. Set realistic goals. You can't hire a team and expect them to make you number one in every keyword. Is not going to happen. So make sure you communicate in the beginning what the realistic goals are for that team. Have structured reporting so that team is working. You know what they're doing. That you're not going to ask yourself, well, what does this person do all day? What does this person do all day? Have good reporting so you know this is what their role is, this is what they're doing, this is what they're accomplishing. Retention, keep them happy. If your cash register's ringing, make sure that their pockets are lined, or if there's other ways to make them happy, you can pass them the back, make sure that they're happy. And coming back to the Zappos example, when you're hiring these people, make sure they fit your corporate culture.